Today, I bought the LEGO Star Wars 2019 Millennium Falcon. Hello everyone, it is Republic Studs, and today we are going to be taking a look at the LEGO Star Wars 75257 Millennium Falcon, which is an absolutely insane set. But before we do, I'm going to ask you all to hit the subscribe button down there. We're going to get right on into the review. So with that said, let's go. Now, here is the box art. Obviously, this has the Kylo Ren at the top, which was a pretty cool design with all the black bricks. This is obviously it's a 75257 Millennium Falcon, 1,351 pieces. I believe it is flying over the planet of Pisana over there. You also get a look at all the minifigures, which looks just great. Actually, I lied. This planet is Ajan Kloss. That's what that is. You can tell by the background. And you also get a look at all the features. There are a lot of them back here. And you have all the characters on the ground. It is great. Now, let's see if there's side box. That, it's there. Now, next, let's move into the instructions. Now, here is the instructions. Again, a very thick manual, about an inch wide. And, you know, you do get the basic stuff. I mean, you can check out the back. You do get some advertisements for all the sets that came out back in the 2019 winter wave, I believe that was. Or, you know, end of year wave. That's a lie. But other than that, obviously a great little instruction booklet here. Now, the first minifigure we have is my guy, the one and only Bulio. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, I am so happy they did a Bulio minifigure. This is just a great figure. Obviously, it has great printing. The mold is obviously exclusive to the set, which I really like, and just a fantastic little dude. I mean, look at that grade A smile. That is just a beautiful smile Bulio has there. Next up, we have Chewbacca, obviously a classic character. This is an easy way to get him, but, you know, not the cheapest way for sure. He does come with some nice printing all around, you know, just a standard Chewbacca with his little stud shooter. You guys know how that works. You just press it, and it shoots out like so. Now, here is my guy, R2-D2, obviously a great little figure. Nothing exclusive about him. He's not rare at all. Next up, we have C-3PO, Human-Cyborg Relations. Obviously, again, not an exclusive figure, but this is, again, a decent way to get him. Nothing crazy going on with 3PO here. No Episode 9 exclusive, but he's alright. Here is a figure that was originally exclusive to the set, but is no longer. This is Dio. He is very tiny. And, you know, he has a cute little build. I like him. He's alright. Nothing crazy going on with Dio. He's just a small mold, obviously. This doesn't even technically count as a figure, which is weird. It was, like, included in the build. So, I don't know what's going on with that. Next up, we have Finn over here. Now, Finn is obviously a great little character. He was originally exclusive to the set, and then later came out in the Thai Dorito in 2020. But yeah, so he obviously comes with some great hair. I love the printing all around on this guy. They just nailed him, in my opinion. He looks good. He looks really good. You know, you get all the new look. I think it just, you know, I think I have one already, so it's not as exciting to me. He does come with a double-sided face, so he could look a little scared and scream, "Ray!" Now let's get into my favorite figure, other than Bulio from this. It's Lando Calrissian. What a classy guy. My gosh, Billy D. Williams is just the best human ever. So yeah, here is the Lando Calrissian minifigure. First off, he does come with this weird blaster build. Not sure what's going on. That's like a trail thing. He also comes with a cane, obviously. It feels a little tall, but it is what it is. And then you also do get this nice little exclusive cape, which is all neat and dandy. You get his torso print on the front and the back. It is similar to the one he wore in Solo. And then you take off his hair, and you can move him around, his head around, and he gets a little bit of that smiley look that is just classic to my guy, Billy D. Williams, and he's falling all over the place. But, oh, that just looks so good. I love my guy, Billy D. And he fell. Now, with that all being said, let's take a look at the build. Now, this is obviously a very heavily detailed set, and it is pretty big, so we have a lot to get into, so I figure we will start from the front and work our way back. Now, you will notice some little color differences, and they're not all light gray, and there are these two holes, obviously, which are great, and the way you actually use these, there's a little flick fire missile right on the side. All you have to do is press it down, and like so, you get one that shoots right out. I think it's a great, well-integrated feature. It's not intrusive, and I really like that about this design. You will also notice some minor greebling along the sides. Nothing insane, but just a easy detail to point out. Now here is the cockpit build. First off, the way to remove this is just simply by moving it. It's a lot easier than previous versions of the Falcon. And you could actually fit a total of 3 figures in here. First off, you could fit Dio. They left a stud for him. That's actually put in the instructions. Then you could put Chewie in the cockpit piece, which I guess he would probably fit better over here. And then you could also theoretically fit someone like Bulio, or probably preferably to the set, Lando. But I'm just going to put Bulio for reference because Lando has his cape on and everything. And that works all fine and dandy. They fit in compact little space there. It works out really, really well. Now, next up is probably one of my favorite features on a Falcon, and it is the way you move the front fin. Now, that would always easily get knocked off with older versions, and this time it just slides forward, and it kind of covers that whole gap area, which is interesting. Now, another thing you could do is lift up these 2 big panels, and then you get a full look at the interior of the Falcon. But before we take a look at the interior, I'd obviously like to cover the exterior, so I'm going to be closing that up for a brief little second. First off, there is obviously the little door down here, so all you have to do to access that is go inside, push down, and like that, there's a tiny little ramp. It's not really workable unless, you know, you like open it up like this and you just kind of slide them out. It's because obviously it is way too short, but you can see it there, it works. And you also, while you're at it, down there you do see the landing gear. There are, I believe, 4 of them, yep. And under there, there is also a little gun system, which I'll better show on the top, but it's down here too. So, you know, you could acknowledge that. Now, here is the back. Obviously, it's great. You get all these blue lights here. That is obviously a great engine design, much better than the tube system they used to use with all the Technic and stuff. For those who know what I'm talking about with the older Falcons. And then you do, again, get some more tiny greebling. Like, when I was younger, they had cell phones on the side, so I'd pull them off and, like, use the phone. Like, the character would use the phone, and I realized later that's not what they were there for. But also, that obviously all looks great. Now here is obviously some nice minor back detail, nothing crazy. You'll see like certain uses for the paintbrush piece even, and I think that's all very creative. And you'll even see use for a lot of stickers over here in this little section. Now there's also the little dish, which is back to normal from not being like a rectangle. You can obviously move that around however you'd like. It could really go any way you please, and that works out really well. And let's take a look at the turrets. Turrets are certainly more stable than, again, they used to be. This is great. You do get these little antenna type pieces in charge of, holding them together. There's a little sticker back there. This sticker, I believe, is the exact same as the old one. And then all you have to do to lift that up, and you could actually slide some characters in. So there's this little platform, and you could, I guess, fit 2 characters here. Let me try that. So here they all are. Here's Bulio and Finn. And all you have to do is slide them down in like so. Bulio's having a problem because he has a ginormous head. But yeah, usually it works. And then you just close it in and they can go shoot out whoever they need to. Now again, the opening panel process is very simple. And I'll actually do this one last. But yeah, so you have this one back here. And then you have the back one. There's one individual one over here. You have this. You have this. And then finally, you obviously have this. Now, this is obviously Han Solo's what I like to call chill chair. This is the chair where Han would chill. But now that Han is dead, I guess C-3PO needs a chill chair. And it's kind of like the PewDiePie chair, so you could like lean back. Like, can you do this? Look at that. And then you do get some quite nice stickers over there. Just some great little details. Over here, we have a small crate. Now, this is easy if you want to put, like, Finn's blaster in there or something. That's just a nice thing on a stud hopper that is there, but nothing, again, crazy. Actually, you'll notice over there, and it's kind of hard to see, but all you have to do is press down on this little piece, and that is the opening to that little entrance area right there. And it's, I know, in there, but still. And then the hallway here, there's a simple pathway. There's some minor greebling, like on the side you could see, but nothing crazy. You just have Bulio walk in. I know in previous versions, this is where they would have the little hiding compartment, but that's not obviously here in this version. Now let's check out the couch, which is honestly great. Now here is the couch, and this is pretty good for a playset. You could obviously see 3 figures on here, and that is all nice. There is also a little board game board. I believe it's called like Djark. And you could actually lift that up, and it is a Captain America shield that they printed that on, which is kind of a neat idea in concept. I really like that. Obviously, I like the one in the UCS Falcon better, but that's a given. Next up, there are some small little bed builds that are great for, I guess, Han and Chewie used to sleep on, but now they no longer do because Han is dead. But yeah, so there's Finn. He's just chillaxing. And then over here, we have some interesting details. But first, I believe that is a little shield generator / engine thing. That is a nice little build there, nothing crazy. Then you also do have a wrench, because things always need to be fixed on this ship. And then over here, there is a little hatch, and you could just simply lift this up, and then if you want to stow away, you could simply just hide Boolio. I mean, I need to move him down one stud further, but you would hide Boolio down here, and nobody would ever know he's gone, so you guess you could store other things down there too if you'd like. Next up was obviously an area you could tell LEGO did some improving with, but first there was some little like piping back here, which is cool, and you also do get this little case, and it doesn't have anything in it. Usually these types of sets like put stuff in it, but I guess they were cheap on pieces with this one. I don't know. But over here there is a little coffee mug that you can like sit Finn down, and he could have a cup of caf. And also there is a little grill. Oh, you can see his back face there. There's a little grill over here, if you can see that. But yeah, so you could grill a porg or whatever you'd like on this little grill over here, which is kind of neat. Okay guys, so that is it for the review. Now let's get into my final thoughts. So first off, this was my first real playset Millennium Falcon that I've gotten since the 2011 version, which I got a long time ago, almost 4 or 5 years ago now. And it's certainly nice to have a new one. I mean, obviously, things have changed a lot about it, but the format is still generally the same. And I think the great thing about Millennium Falcons is the amount of minifigure space they have in the interior. I know when I was younger, even if it wasn't related to the original trilogy, if I was playing with clones or whatever, I would always use this as my clone carrier because it could hold so many minifigures, and I always loved that about it. And I always thought that made this type of design just a fantastic one. Now, this Falcon is certainly one of the most unique ones, mainly because they did fix the big panel problem you had with the gaps in all of the previous Falcons. And here, it's just these giant panels, which, you know, combine them, as opposed to every little panel you have to lift up to get access to it, which I think is great, and making this probably one of the best designed Millennium Falcons, period, for the scale. Now, I will say one of the sad things about this is the first real, like, big Falcon that hasn't come with Han Solo, and I think that makes it slightly sad and depressing. I would have liked them to include, like, you know, a memento to Han Solo, if you will, of some sort. I just feel like that would have been great. Overall, I feel like they did a really good job, and based on my look at the 2015 one, I think they did some serious improvements on this one in general, and I just think, you know, the minifigure selection is great. You obviously get Boolio, which, I mean, come on, guys, it's Boolio. And yeah, so I think I'd probably give this set a solid 9.5 out of 10. It's a little pricey, but now it's on sale, so that's good. It hadn't gone on sale for a while. And it's obviously going to be retiring probably next year. I know the Millennium Falcon is going to be remade, so you don't have to worry about, you know, not getting your hands on Millennium Falcon. It's just more if you want to get your hands on these specific figures. And yeah, I'd again totally recommend you get this one if you can. Millennium Falcon's great, especially if you do not have one already. With that said, I will see you guys all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.